Annie,
What?
Jamie's asked me to do this best of 10 tag.
Who's Jamie?
You know, the bald-headed twat from Bournemouth.
Oh, right, that one, yeah.
Yeah, so he's asked me to do these favourites from like horror, drama and comedy.
Oh, right, okay. So, for best comedy, I'm guessing you'll go for Ghostbusters, Answer the Call.
No.
Oh, okay. Best sci-fi, I'm thinking Star Wars, The Last Jedi.
Thin Ice.
Oh, right, okay. But what about the best comic book adaptation? I'm thinking you must be going for Birds of Prey, yeah?
Get out! Alright everyone, Geordie Paul here. Welcome back to Magpie Movies. So the lovely Mr. Powell down in Bournemouth has asked me, or tagged me should I say, to take part in this best of 10 tag. So in case you didn't know what this is, because I know he's done it, I'm going to do it. I know James over at Movie Bug's done it. So he's given me a list of these, which is horror, animated, drama, comedy, sci-fi, action, comic book, western, romantic and adventure. And all I've got to do is name my favourite movie for each of these genres. Sounds pretty easy, but it took me ages to get the list and to get them all done. So, we're going to start off with horror. So, what's my favourite horror? There were so many to choose from. I mean, you had It Follows, The Shining, and others I can't think of the top of my head now, but I've settled with The Thing. John Carpenter's 1982 classic. Absolutely brilliant. It's so watchable over and over and over again. If you haven't seen it, you should. And if you have seen it, you know how good it is. And I say that every time with it. The Thing. Such a good film. It's just, I wouldn't even say it's underrated because it's just that good. So yeah, so for a horror, we have John Carpenter's The Thing. Moving on. Best animated. So, torn between two here. My all-time favourite is The Lion King. But of late, with having two kids, it's changed. I know this might be controversial to other people, but obviously it's not because it's mine anyway. It is Coco. I just love Coco. It's so good. The colours in it are vibrant. It's a great story in it. Miguel is great in it. It's just, I just love this. The kids love it. Well, to be fair, the kids loved it before I did. And I bought it for them. And I really like it, and I can't wait to get the 4K of this. But yeah, I just love Coco. The music in it's great. Yeah, I just love Coco. So yeah, that's my favourite animated one. Next one, favourite drama. Now this one was really hard because looking through my whole collection, I could not find anything that I own in drama. But then it dawned on me, what film do you like the most which kind of makes you cry? And I thought, well, and that was Awakenings with Robert De Niro and Robin Williams. I loved that film so much when I was younger. I've got it on digital, but I don't own it physically. It's such Robin Williams is awesome in it. Robert De Niro is awesome in it. If you haven't seen Awakenings, then I highly recommend that you do watch it because there's great performances by both of the main leads in it. So yeah, so drama is Awakenings. Next, we have comedy. Only going to be one winner. Ghostbusters 1. Classic, 1984 classic. I love it. My favourite, this and Gladiator, my favourite all-time movies. For me, it's brilliant. It's a comedy. Yeah, it's got science fiction parts in it, and no ghost and paranormal, whatever. But for me, it's a comedy first and foremost. So that's my favourite. Science fiction. So many again to choose from. Edge of Tomorrow, personal favourite. Oblivion. Event Horizon, which could transcend to sci-fi and horror. There's so many Star Wars ones to choose from. I could have chosen a Star Trek one. But there's only one winner when it comes to sci-fi, I'm afraid. It is Rogue One. This and Empire Strikes Back just fight for the top spot on my favourite Star Wars movies. And every time I revisit this always goes back to the top of it. So for me, my favourite Star Wars and my favourite sci-fi at this moment in time, until I change my mind to Empire Strikes Back, is Rogue One. So I've put Rogue One as my favourite sci-fi. Next, favourite action movie. One winner, Gladiator. Didn't even need to think about this one. Straight in, I was thinking, was this going to be adventure? But no, I've got a better one. Well, not a better one, but I've got another one for an adventure. Gladiator, one of the best, well, I'm going to put this under, one of the best action films ever, in my opinion, because I love it. Film's perfection. Yeah, Gladiator, brilliant. What we've got next? Comic book. Now, this one's going to be a bit different to everybody expected. I know obviously Jamie went for the Goofy movie. Not a Goofy movie. No, he didn't. I can't remember what Jamie went for. Oh, of course he did. He went for Turtles. I was thinking along the lines of Iron Man, or 1989's Batman, or The Dark Knight. But I thought, no, this is the all-time favourite comic book adaptation. What's it going to be, Paul? And I sat down and really thought about this, and it took me all day to think about this. And I didn't want to go down the same Marvel route that everybody else might go down. So I've gone for Darkman. The first one with Liam Neeson, Sam Raimi. Brilliant, brilliant 90s dark comedy stroke B-movie type. It's just brilliant. Darkman's great. Liam Neeson's great. So cheesy sometimes, but I think it's great. The two sequels are crap, but the first one is I just remember watching the first one over and over again when I had it on VHS. Never owned it on DVD, but I've got the trilogy on Blu-ray and I'm happy with that. So there you go. So best comic book adaptation is Darkman. Next we have Western. This Western, which I could have chosen from, like, there's Unforgiven. There is the assassination of, I've forgotten now, one with Affleck and Brad Pitt. The assassination of, yeah, well, that one. Or like say Unforgiven or Magnificent Seven or anything like that. Even I suppose Star Wars is classed in a Western in space, or could have been Back to the Future 3. But no, for me, my favourite Western is Young Guns 2, Blaze of Glory. Loved this when I was younger. I still love it now. You can't get it on Blu-ray in the UK. I haven't tried to get it imported. I've got Young Guns 1, but Young Guns 2 was a stage where I was into more historical stuff and history. And Billy the Kid was up there with one of the outlaws and the historic figures that I wanted to learn about. And when the Young Guns 2 came out, that was very much in the right time frame for me in my mind growing up. So yeah, so Young Guns 2 is my favourite all-time Western. Romantic is next. Now, I'm not a big romantic person when it comes to movies. I wouldn't say I own any. Unless Scott Pilgrim vs. the World counts. But I've gone for The Notebook. Because when I watched this, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The wife enjoyed it. And it's a good story to it. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about, I guess, dementia and love lasting through generations and decades. Not much more I can say about that because I'm not a romance or a romantic movie kind of guy. So yeah, so romantic is The Notebook. Finally, we have adventure. Now, I didn't think this would be a one, but then I read the tagline and it is Jurassic Park. But it does say an adventure 65 million years in the making. So I'm presuming I'm going to have that as my adventure movie. Saw it at the cinema when it first came out back in 1994. Loved it then, loved it now. Don't watch it as often as I should because I think I watched it out. Watched all of it time and time and time again. Loads and loads of times when I was younger. So much so that I maybe got a bit sick of it. So I had it recently on 3D. I watched it again in 3D when that came out. Bought the 4K. I'm yet to watch the 4K, but I own it so I can watch it anytime I want. But yeah, Jurassic Park, one of my all-time favourite movies. If I start watching it loads of times, I might get back into it. So there you go. So that is all of mine done, which leaves me to give shout-outs and to tag 5 other BlueTubers or YouTubers to do their own. So here you go. So they are, we list. Jordan, movie worm. You wanted it, son? You're in it now. Jake Blower. Jake at the movies. Oh, Jake Blower at the movies. I can't remember. Sorry, lad. You're next. You're getting tagged. Mark, for the love of 80s movies, son. If you're watching this, you're tagged. You're in it. You don't have to do it. No, you have to do it. But it's fun if you do. So that's you, Mark. We've got Tony over at Horror and Touch. I've noticed he hasn't been tagged in any. So Tony, if you want to do this, you can do. And finally, I've got James from JT at the movies. Some of these people are new to the community. Others have been here a long time. But let's give you all a shot and enjoy it. Have a go. See what you think. But yeah, so there you go. Those are my movies from different genres. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and good luck to everyone that I've tagged. And that's it. I'll see you in my next video. That's Jody Paul. Done.